Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to tell you about a Muslim girl who was born in Pakistan in a small village called Rahim Yar Khan. She is called Iron Lady of Pakistan and it's her story. Many of you may know her, but for those who do not know, it will be a great loss because after hearing this story, you will have a clear sense of who you are. This story may make a big difference in your life, so watch the whole video. Muniba Mazari Baloch was born in Rahim Yar Khan, which is southern Punjab in Pakistan, on 3rd March 1987. She was a member of a middle class family. Her greatest desire was to be a painter. But at the age of 18, her parents persuaded her to marry. She never wanted to get married at that age, but agreed to her parents' wish. And she got married in 2006 to Kuram Shahzad, who was a pilot. It was not a good marriage life. 2 years after the marriage, in 2008, 27 February, Muniba and her husband were traveling in the night from Kyoto to Rahim Yar Khan. Their car met with an accident and the car fell in ditch as her husband fell asleep while driving. Her husband suddenly jumped from the car and escaped, but Muniba Manzari could not do anything. Her whole part below waist was crushed by the front door of the car. She sustained several major injuries, including broken bones in her arm, ribcage, shoulder blade, collarbone, and spine. Her lungs and liver were also deeply cut. Moreover, her entire lower body was left paralyzed. She started crying with pain. There was no one there. After a long time, many people gathered. With great difficulty, they smashed the car and pulled her out. She was taken in a jeep to a nearby hospital. As there was no ambulance in that part of the city, that hospital was ill-equipped to deal with such a severe case. Then was moved to a hospital in Rahim Yar Khan and eventually she was admitted to the Aga Khan Hospital, Karachi. Post-surgery, she was left bedridden for 2 years and got moved to a wheelchair which was her companion for the rest of life. During her treatment, her doctor kept giving her bad news about her health. The first shocking news by the doctor was that she would not be able to paint again. Muniba don't know what to reply. Painting was not her dream but her life. She cried a lot and endured it. The second shocking news was that she will not be able to walk because of her spinal injury. And the third, which was the most painful news for a woman, she won't be able to give birth. This news in particular was the most shattering. She knew in her heart that she will not be able to hear someone call her mom. Her life in hospital was full of pain and grief. She felt helpless. She used to chop her hair off in frustration when they used to get stuck in hairbrush. After many months in hospital, her husband asked her for a divorce. Thus, all hope in life was lost. She hugged her mother and asked her why God had chosen her for all this pain. Her mother replied a word which turned her life. It was her mother's words that later motivated her to live and helped her to achieve what she is now. That's why Muniba Mansari in her speech says she values each and every word spoken. A word can break someone as well as a word can lift someone who is broken in life. Use your words carefully. Her mother only said this shall pass. Everything happening in our life has a meaning. So if not today, tomorrow we will definitely reach our destination. That's the mission of God. Those words inspired her a lot. Bravery started dominating all these painful feelings. That day, she decided that she is going to live life for herself. Maybe not that perfect person for someone, but perfect for herself, and will fight all fears. The fears of known, unknown, losing money, losing health, and fear of inner self. Started painting when the doctors already said she can never paint. She brought canvas and paints in the hospital and brightened up the white surroundings of her hospital room. Muniba confirmed that the best decision in her entire life was the painting she made in the hospital with a deformed hand and how it added colors to her life. Her paintings made her famous. She showed us there is nothing impossible in life, which we should learn from her. Later, she was discharged from the hospital and spent 2.5 years on bed. She believes that it was art what kept her alive during her journey of being bedridden in hospital. While at home, looking through the windows outside, she thought how blissful are all people on earth. They can stand, walk, and enjoy the nature, but I can only lie here and look away. We really don't realize how lucky we are, and we always are in search of what we don't have and never realize what we have. After 2.5 years, she was shifted to wheelchair, and that was the happiest day for her. She went to the mirror, looking at herself in wheelchair, and put up lipstick, but removed immediately. She repeated this several times because she was afraid what others will say. When we end up being in tragic conditions, what's the most painful thing? People think that they'll not be accepted by others owing to their imperfections. We too have this fear, and we make a lot of sacrifices for others. Even we have the ability, we fear others, thinking others may not accept us. If we start living by looking at others, we will never succeed. We will become, or our life will become, a big failure. We are not perfect, but our mind is perfect. So live as our mind tells us, then you can achieve something in life. She said to herself that it's pointless to wait for a miracle to walk again. Muniba decided that she needed to accept herself the way she was, and the sooner the better. At last, Muniba Mansari decided to put on lipstick, and for the first time she listened to her mind. From then on, she began to succeed in life. The other greatest fear was divorce, because her husband already had sent her a divorce notice, but she did not sign it. As she was afraid, how could she live alone? Later, realized that we should not depend on anyone. If we depend on others, there will only be sadness in our lives. Muniba refuses to portray herself as a victim of circumstances, a firm believer in turning adversity into opportunity. This young woman has made it her mission to evoke the same in others. We will always be disappointed when we think that we cannot live without them unless we let them go their own way. So, she signed the divorce notice and put down a huge burden. Next was her wish to become a mother, as it's the dream of every woman to be complete by becoming mother. She thought there are many children growing up in orphanages who don't get any love or consideration, so she decided to adopt a child and become a mother. Muniba Mansari teaches us many valuable lessons by her life. Doctors has said to her that you can never walk, also said you can never paint and will never be a mother. If you were in her place, what would you do? Will you accept failure or cry and mourn all your life blaming others? Muniba traveled around the world using wheelchair. She started painting in hospital itself and now adopted a child and became a mother. And we start our journey called life, maybe in the halfway or at the beginning, we find a door closed. We usually blame our fate or the persons involved and even God. A return to our old selves is our routine. Almighty can open ways even if all the doors are closed, but we are not able to see it. No, we are not even trying to see it. We all are trying to escape from it. Our life is an experiment. How can we escape from it? Let us take part in it and then try to succeed in it. Sometimes we might fall. Just because you fail once does not mean you are gonna fail at everything. As Thomas Edison once said, I have not failed. I have found 10,000 ways that don't work. Even babies have a lesson adults should learn. Babies need to learn to fall before they can learn how to walk, and giving up is the only sure way to fail. You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter failures so you can know who you are. When we fail, don't give up. Giving up is not a solution. Muniba Mansari did not give up. So she became a world renowned motivational speaker. Not only that, she now is a model, anchor, singer, and activist. The United Nations entity for empowerment of women and the gender equality has named Muniba Manzari Pakistan's first female goodwill ambassador to promote gender equality and empowerment of women. Muniba has been active part of many social campaigns. Muniba got featured in BBC 100 Women list for 2015. She also made it to the Forbes 30 under 30 list for 2016. In her all speeches, she says one word that we cannot achieve all alone. We must have one person who stays by our side, who prays for us in all crises, who helps us to overcome it, who is always behind us and motivates us always. All of us come across that one person in our life. Never leave them. Keep them with you all your life. Muniba Mansari has three heroes in her life. Out of them, one is her mother. When Muniba met with an accident, her own husband and her father abandoned her because of her disability. But her mother never left her and she never cried in front of her. It was her mother who continuously motivated her and heightened her spirit. Second is Walid Khan, a schoolboy who was only 12 years old. He was a victim of terrorist attack by the Taliban at his army school. When exams were going on, 7 gunmen wearing explosive belts entered the school and opened fire indiscriminately on the children. They wanted to kill as many people as they could. Walid Khan tried to protect other kids and stood forward and was seriously injured, being shot in his head and face for 7 times. Later, he was admitted in hospital and was paralyzed. His face is deformed. Muniba Mansari went to see him. She really don't know how to console him, but surprisingly he said, "You are Muniba Mansari? I have heard lot about you. Can I take a selfie with you?" When Muniba heard this, she was shocked. His disabilities have not been a problem. He talked as a normal boy, as if nothing had happened. Someone said to Walid Khan, "You can never walk and your face is deformed." He would reply, "These are my medals for my bravery." He amazed Muniba as well as all people around the world. The third is her son, who was only 4 years old, and while playing football, he threw the ball to his mother and asked her to throw back. At that moment, Muniba realizes her disabilities as she can't play with her son. Lowering her head, she said, "Her legs has no mobility. It's paralyzed." But he said coolly, "Your legs are paralyzed, but not your hands. You can hit it by hands." That's when she realizes that we all see our negatives only. We only think of our disabilities. But there are many things which we can do. A person who lived in small village in Pakistan realized herself and what are her abilities after a tragic accident, which has changed her life. She is a divorced girl and abandoned daughter. But instead of mourning, she summoned up her courage and nourished her adopted son alone. Although wheelchair bound, her spirit and artistry knows no bounds. Currently, she is running her brand by the name Muniba Canvas with the slogan, "Let your walls wear colors." She is a mixed media artist. Her paintings give the message of living life and represent the real personality of the artist. She has the honor of being the first anchor who is on wheelchair. She has also left her imprint in the field of modeling as the first wheelchair-bound model of Pakistan. Muniba Mansari is lovingly called the Iron Lady of Pakistan. Problems or failures arise in our lives. Do not give up. Listen to your mind and move accordingly. Failures happens all the time. What makes you better is how you react to it. Focus on the good in any given situation. How you think, act, and feel allows everything in your life to fall into place. Sometimes you can't control life's events, but you can control how you react to them. Think positive and unleash the power of your mind. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. If you like this video, please subscribe and like. We'll see you again next week. Until then, bye.